This is QTV Nightly News, which is also on Q Radio 103.3 FM. I'm Umudu Gajaga, and thank you for joining us. Here are the headlines. The Center for Budget Monitoring and Transparency on Tuesday convened a budget scrutiny forum for civil society organizations to review the 2026 draft budget. ActionAid International Gambia and partners on Monday launched the project empowering marginalized young people for inclusion in civic spaces and local infrastructures for peace. In a community-led initiative, the Brufut community has officially handed over to the Ministry of Health a newly constructed maternity ward funded through locally raised contributions. The University of the Gambia Students' Union and partners held a human rights seminar focusing on students' participation in human rights promotions in the Gambia. In international news, 4 years after seizing power in a coup, Guinea's military ruler, Colonel Mamadi Doumbouya, has officially announced his candidacy for the country's upcoming presidential elections. Those were the headlines, now the news in detail. Welcome and thank you for joining us. This is QTV News. The Center for Budget Monitoring and Transparency, CBMT, convened a budget scrutiny forum for civil society organizations, CSOs, to review the 2026 draft budget. The initiative aims to strengthen CSOs' engagement and ensures meaningful participation in the national budget process. Yafato Gay reports.
The forum convened 20 representatives from diverse civil society organizations to examine and deliberate on the draft 2026 national budget, which was laid before the National Assembly on the 31st of October by the Finance Minister C.D. Keita. The 59.3 billion spending plan is set to guide the country's economic direction for the upcoming fiscal year. In laying the budget, the Finance Minister told the National Assembly that it is the measure of the government's commitment to transparency, fiscal responsibility and inclusive development. Lamin Diba, the Executive Director of CBMT, highlighted the critical role of civil society in fostering accountability and ensuring inclusive decision-making.
Without inclusivity, obviously, we would have one-sided development, where citizens of this country are not having equitable benefit, where some citizens are enjoying the wealth of the country while others, or probably majority, are not.
Yadikon Jai Irubu, chairperson of Tango, expressed optimism that the forum will enhance civil society's role and influence in the national budget process.
CSOs, we cover so many different aspects, and here is a CSO organization that is talking about budget, showing how it came about, showing details of it. So it's very good, and then since we are so far-reaching, they will take it out to the people.
During the two-day forum, participants' observations and recommendations will be compiled and formally submitted to the National Assembly to inform parliamentary deliberations ahead of the final approval of the 2026 budget. Abdul Salam Jata, representing the Ministry of Finance, emphasizes the importance of CSO involvement in the budgeting process.
I think it's important in terms of promoting transparency. It's good to tell the citizens what the government is actually doing or what the government intends to do. And I think that's where this gathering plays a key role.
Tariq Kabash, a representative from the European Union, shared the EU's perspective on the importance of budget transparency and highlighted the role of open and accountable public financial management.
When it comes to the assessment on budget transparency, we are looking in particular at 4 areas. One is on the executive side and one is on the oversight. So on the executive, it's about the accessibility of documents. So is there progress in number of relevant budget documents like in-year budget execution reports, end-year budget execution reports?
This forum is one of many looking at the draft budget. National Assembly members recently held a 3-day pre-budget retreat in Basse in the Upper River region from the 1st to the 3rd of November to pre-scrutinize government spending plans and strengthen fiscal oversight. The forum will enhance civil society engagement, ensuring that CSO insights and recommendations inform the National Assembly, promote transparency and support inclusive, accountable budget processes. Reporting for QTV News, this is Yafatu Gay.
Action Aid International Gambian partners on Monday launched the project empowering marginalized young people for inclusion in civic spaces and local infrastructures for peace. The initiative seeks to improve access to information and reinforce support system for youth. Our Bob has more.
The initiative aims particularly to enhance access to accurate youth data and provide meaningful opportunities for young people to participate in community decision-making and peace building by equipping marginalized youth with the tools, platforms, and visibility they need. The project hopes to empower them to contribute to a more inclusive and peaceful society. Abbas Bah, the Director of Youth and Sports, emphasized the importance of establishing a youth and sports database, highlighting that accurate data on the youth population is crucial for effective planning and policy formulation.
The database is a very important tool for us because it's going to help us to ensure that we capture all the data that the Ministry of Youth and Sports is going to work on. And we all know how important data is. It is used for planning purposes. And if you have to develop a very good project proposal, you need to have a very good data. And managing the data at the department will ensure that we have data across the country, the number of football teams, the number of athletics, the number of young people who have been trained in entrepreneurship, in skills, in leadership.
Ndela Faye Koli, Executive Director of Action Aid International, The Gambia, highlighted the initiative's potential to enhance youth participation and foster stronger collaboration between the government and development partners.
This database, therefore, is not just about numbers. It is about visibility, accountability, and empowerment. It will give youth a stronger voice in shaping the policies that concern them while providing government and other development partners, including, of course, the civil society organizations, the evidence needed to make decisions that truly reflect the realities for action that will lead to lasting impact and peace.
The Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy led efforts to gather and organize the database, ensuring the system is built on accurate and reliable information. The database will play a vital role in showcasing the positive impact of sports on young people's health, education, and social development. Minister of Youth and Sports Bakari Waibaji emphasized that the database is key to promoting transparency and upholding high standards in all areas of youth and sports management.
For this database, it really marks a major step forward in our collective effort to empower young people and enhance access to information and promote inclusive participation in national development. It will also serve as a central hub for data on youth organization, the programs that we do, the opportunities that are available for young people, as well as enabling stakeholders to make informed decisions and collaborate more effectively by having the right information that is required.
The project is a significant step towards empowering marginalized youth, providing them with data, tools, and opportunities to actively shape their communities, foster inclusion, and build a peaceful, thriving society. For QTV News, I am Our Bob.
The Brufut community has officially handed over a newly constructed maternity ward to the Ministry of Health. The community-led initiative, funded and built through local contributions, is to ensure safer deliveries and better healthcare access for mothers and newborns. Yafatu Gay tells us more.
The new maternity facility at Brufut Health Center serves over 67,000 people, including residents of Madiana, Tanje, Willinkamba, Tranquil, and neighboring communities, providing much-needed support to improve maternal and neonatal health services across the region. Rohisar, a senior registered midwife at the Brufut Health Center, says the new maternity ward will significantly strengthen the capacity to provide safe, timely, and quality care to expectant mothers.
For many years, our maternity at Brufut Health Center worked under challenging conditions We had a small labor room with 2 delivery beds and 7-bed ward that served both antenatal and postnatal purposes for women. There were days we had to discharge our mothers earlier than what WHO recommends, that is the 4 to 6 hours post-delivery. Not because we wanted to discharge them, but we simply lacked space.
Rohi Sonko, chairperson of the Brew Food Forward Foundation, and Ursula Carroll, founder of the Brew Food Forward Foundation Holland, and loved ones, shared testimonies during the event.
These achievements are timely and so beneficial to our community, to those in the neighboring villages, and more broadly to the entire nation.
For years, they found their mother working night after night on her laptop, busy with her work for the foundation, and so for the people of Brew Food. Housework was not longer an option, but alone I cannot do anything. Once I walked this pot alone, but along the way you all walked with me, and I'm proud and grateful that we accomplished this project together.
Mamadou T. Nyasi, the Director of Health Services at the Ministry of Health, commended the Brew Food Forward Foundation for their strong collaboration in expanding the maternity ward.
Your collaborations demonstrate the power of partnership in achieving our shared goal, that is ensuring accessible, affordable, and quality health care for all Gambians, especially women and children. This is our vision and mission as healthcare providers.
Other speakers emphasized the importance of proper maintenance, stressing that regular upkeep is essential to preserve the facility's quality and ensure it continues to serve the community effectively for generations to come. The handover of the Brew Food Maternity Ward stands as a testament to the power of community unity and collaboration. Reporting for QTV News, this is Yafatugay.
From that story by Yafatugay, we will go for a commercial break, and when we return, we have national and international news. Do stay tuned.
Depuis Bilal radiallahu anha defee njëlbeeni nodda bi ci islam nodda bokka ci suñ diine ak suñ dundin dañoo nodda pour juliti yépp dajaloo benn béréb ku am ki ku ñàkk ki ñéppay taxaw juli juróomi yoon ci bés bi Aji Bank Limited di ànd ak mbégte di dooleel ñetteeli édition National Azan Competition bi pour puugaro suñ mbugeel ci suñ diine suñ cofel suñ benno ak nodda pour julli kon bokkal ci lii pour puugaro sa gom-gom wone sa baat ak sa cofel ci loo bugga pour bokka ci competition bi recordal sa boppa nga def vidéo di nodda nga yóndee ko ci number WhatsApp bi 3373 555 yónnee lii dina dem ba weeri December fanweer ak benn 2025 ñu ngi amee ñi nga xam ne seen xel màcc na ci liggéey bi te dinañ xool vidéo yii nii tànn ñi nga xam ne ñoo war a ñëw fii ci QTV pour def loolu di final bi te képp ko xam ne gañe nga dinañ la jox ay prize lu demee ni ci ay certificate xaalis ak yu bëri 2026 National Azan Competition bi ñi ko dooleel mooy Aji Bank Limited your investment partner.
أشهد أن محمدًا رسول
Welcome back, and this is QTV News. The University of the Gambia Students' Union and partners held a human rights seminar focusing on students' participation in human rights promotion in the Gambia. Mam Nabuka witnessed the event, and this is our report.
The event, held at the UTG Law Faculty Auditorium, brought together students from different faculties within the university and human rights experts, with the goal of enhancing students' knowledge of human rights, increasing awareness about sexual and gender-based violence, and promoting student involvement in national advocacy and dialogue. Mohamed Sise, UTG SU Secretary General, and President Mohamed Ngalan, said educating students raises community awareness, and supports policies that uphold human rights and ensure timely and fair justice.
It's not enough for us to understand what our rights are, but we must ensure that they are put into practice. And that's what this seminar also intends to do. That beyond preaching, beyond extending the word, beyond having that awareness, there's the realization of the basic needs of the people being met.
We expect you to listen. We expect you to learn. We expect you to leave this hall with knowledge that would not only benefit you, but one that would benefit your colleagues and the members of our community.
Modu Lamin Davis, Coordinator for Men for Equality, and Yusuf Tunkara, representing the President's Special Advisor, discussed how gender laws can be redefined and how young voices can unite to drive change.
When young men come together in their rights-based dialogues like this, to question, learn, and to reflect, something extraordinary happens. They begin to see that gender equality is not a women's fight alone, that it is a shared mission for justice, dignity, and humanity.
You are not the leaders of tomorrow. You are the protectors of our rights today. Together, the Gambia government and the students side by side, we are building a Gambia where justice is lived, not lectured, where freedom is defended, not debated, and where every student stands as a champion of human dignity.
Our Gay serves as the legal officer at the Institute for Human Rights and Development in Africa, while Fatou Job Mubjeng is the principal of St. Augustine's Upper Basic School.
As leaders, you are change makers. Your engagement in human rights advocacy is not a choice. It is a responsibility. You have the power to challenge injustices, to raise awareness, and to mobilize your peers to take action.
You people, the youths, are growing up. One day or the other, you will fit into our shoes, and you have a younger generation to take care of.
The seminar empowered students to champion human rights, raise awareness on gender-based issues, and actively participate in national advocacy. Mamna Buka, reporting for QTV News.
The Brikama Bar Amnesty International local group on Monday marked the World Day Against Child Labour with an event focusing on raising awareness among students about their rights and responsibilities. Our regional correspondent Bakari Balde attended the event and filed this report.
This year's theme is Progress is clear, but there is more to do. Let's speed up efforts. Highlights the continued global fight against child labor. The celebration also focused on the release of the 2025 Global Estimates and Trends on Child Labor, which revealed that an estimated 272 million children and youth worldwide are out of school due to child labor. Here is Musa Sisi, principal of Brikamba Upper and Senior Secondary School, who also serves as the treasurer of the Brikamba Amnesty International local group.
Child labor is a violation of human rights, robbing children of their innocent poverty, inequality, and hinder sustainable development. Our commitment as a school community, we are committed to protect the right of the children and promoting education as a fundamental right to all children.
ASP Mohamed Wanya, station officer of the Brikamba police station, said the role of the police is to protect lives and property while safeguarding the rights of all people, especially children.
Child labor is causing a lot of uncomfortable situations with children, parents, and we the police officers. More specifically the police officers. Because at the end of the day, mothers are filed up at police stations.
Sekou Samura, acting president of the Brikamba Amnesty International local group, noted that the group's activities are gradually yielding positive results as more children are now attending school. He also highlighted the organization's mission.
Our mission is to be voice for the voiceless. We stand for justice and remind every leader, every parent, and every citizen that protecting our children is not a matter of choice, but our most sacred, non-negotiable duty.
Trainer Farmer Sawane urged students to share the knowledge they gain with others, while Jari Balde delivered remarks on behalf of her fellow students.
Because some of our guys are there doing it, but they don't know the implications. They don't know it at all. Because they are trying to seize the right of the child. And that child, you don't know who that child can be tomorrow. Nobody knows.
During these Lumo days, many kids are there. They will be there even if you have studies, but their parents will be forcing them to go to the Lumo and sell, which is their violation of human rights, which should not be.
The event concluded with a renewed call for collective action, urging communities, schools, and authorities to strengthen efforts in protecting children's rights and ensuring every child has access to quality education. Bakari Balde, QTV News.
From that report now to international news. Four years after seizing power in a coup that open-ended Guinea's fragile democracy, and to almost no one's surprise, military ruler Colonel Mamadi Doumbouya has officially entered the country's presidential race, marking a sharp reversal of his earlier pledge to restore civilian rule. Antoine Sonyasi reports.
Doumbouya submitted his candidacy papers to the Supreme Court in Conakry on Monday, dressed in his trademark black sunglasses and military-style attire, and flanked by a group of soldiers. The 40-year-old leader, who is currently Africa's youngest head of state, offered no public comment during the brief appearance. In the weeks leading up to the announcement, state TV station RTG had been showing large crowds insisting that Doumbouya should contest. The decision has provoked a mixed reaction across the region, as skepticism over the credibility of next month's vote grows. Guinea is one of 4 West African nations under military rule, the others being Mali, Burkina Faso and Niger. In Guinea, 2 of the country's largest opposition parties, the RPG Arc-en-Ciel and the UFDG, have been barred from contesting the December election, fueling accusations that the playing field is being skewed in favor of the junta. When Doumbouya led the 2021 coup that toppled longtime President Alpha Condé, he had vowed to oversee a short transition and hand power back to civilians, famously saying, "Neither I nor any member of this transition will be a candidate for anything," stressing the military's respect for its word. However, since then, his rule has been marked by increasing authoritarianism. Earlier in 2025, he announced that he was no longer the leader of a transitional council, but the president and head of state, and that his wife should henceforth be referred to as the First Lady. He has also built a personality cult around himself, helped by the state media, which records his every move. In all the projects linked to Doumbouya's transformational project, Simandu 2040, which aims to position Guinea as a middle-income country, he has made it clear that he wants Guineans to view this as his personal vision for the country. Riot groups and the opposition accuse the junta of suppressing dissent, restricting media freedoms and clamping down on opposition movements, calling for a return to democracy. Internet blackouts and mass arrests have reportedly become common tools of control. Ironically, Doumbouya justified overthrowing Condé on similar grounds, citing corruption, human rights abuses and mismanagement. Yet, under his leadership, Guinea's path towards democratic restoration appears to have taken a familiar detour seen in other African nations. Political analysts point out that Doumbouya's decision mirrors a pattern among military leaders across the continent who have reneged on early promises of short transitions. Figures like Yahya Jammeh of the Gambia, Ibrahim Babangida and Sani Abacha of Nigeria, Blaise Compaoré of Burkina Faso, and Mahamat Idris Deby of Chad all began as transitional rulers before extending or entrenching their grip on power. Some, like Ghana's Jerry Rawlings, eventually transitioned to civilian rule, but only after years of military dominance. Rawlings, like Doumbouya, then put himself before the electorate. Meanwhile, several of Guinea's most prominent political figures, including ex-President Condé and former Prime Ministers Cellou Dalein Diallo and Sidya Touré, remain in exile and are expected to sit out the December vote. As campaign season begins, the question many Guineans are asking is whether Doumbouya's candidacy signals the consolidation of a new military dynasty or the beginning of yet another cycle in the country's long struggle between autocracy and democracy. Antoine Sonyasi for QTV News.
Now, like many countries, the Gambia is a major consumer of apples. But have you ever wondered where they come from? In this report, Usman Jatta visits China's Xinjiang province to discover how advanced farming techniques are transforming apple production in this fast-growing region.
Along the bustling streets of Karaba Avenue in the Gambia, The sight of street vendors displaying piles of apples easily catches the attention of passers-by. These crisp and juicy fruits have become a favorite snack for many. Some of these apples travel thousands of miles from Xinjiang, a region in far western China, once known for its vast deserts and rich cultural heritage. Xinjiang has transformed into one of China's largest and most innovative apple-producing regions. Yao Silin, General Manager of Hunkipo Agriculture Investment Company, explains the transformation of this region into an apple powerhouse.
Xinjiang has become an apple hub due to the establishment of a cooperative in 2014, which unified technical guidance, standardized production practices, and created a shared market. This transformation has significantly increased farmers' incomes, with average earnings rising from under 6,000 yuan to over 20,000 yuan per person.
Thanks to a combination of ideal growing conditions and cutting-edge farming technologies, Xinjiang has emerged as a major player in the global apple market. Orchards here are equipped with smart technologies such as drones, sensors, and artificial intelligence. These tools help farmers monitor everything from soil moisture to pest control, ensuring high-quality apples are grown with precision. Behind the scenes, large warehouses and sorting centers ensure that each apple is carefully selected, packed and shipped to markets across China and the world, including the Gambia. For farmers in Xinjiang, it is not just about growing apples, it is about preserving the traditional way of life while embracing future technologies to ensure sustainability and growth. Scientific studies show that apples have numerous health benefits, including reducing the risk of coronary artery disease, heart attacks, and diabetes. They also have anti-asthmatic and anti-allergic properties, making them not just a tasty snack, but a health-conscious choice. So, the next time you bite into a fresh apple, whether in the Gambia or anywhere else, take a moment to think about the farmers in Xinjiang. Their dedication and innovation ensure this simple fruit continues to be one of the world's most popular and beneficial snacks. Osman Jatta, QTV News, Xinjiang Autonomous Uyghur Region, China.
Well, that report by Osman Jatta there makes my mouth watery. And that's it for QTV News. At this moment, join us again at 10.